After a failed attempt to get the president to address Parliament exactly 1 year ago, the National Assembly has set a precedent with the president addressing Parliament in what is hoped to become a Democracy Day tradition. The president in his address pledged to do all he can to safeguard the country's democracy. He debunked the allegations of his involvement in what many have called the push towards a one-party state, drawing reactions from members of parliament across party lines.
What I find intriguing is the undemocratic actions of the president and his party and his government with respect to the undemocratic rule in Rivers State. I had expected that today presented the president a golden opportunity, today being Democracy Day in Nigeria, to restore democratic rule in Rivers State.
I don't think there's any one-party state in Nigeria. And he said something. Do you fight somebody who's helping a sinking ship? You want it to sink to ship completely, but not rescue some people out of it.
He's not going to put the house of the opposition, he's not going to put the house in order for them. When you see a president who listens, this is the first time in the history of the country we were having a co-politician as the president.
This is one thing that Nigerians have been talking about on a daily basis. But I'm happy that the president has seized the opportunity of today to make proper clarification on this issue, that he is not advocating, he is not promoting one-party system.
The president also made it clear that the economy and social development of the country must not be compromised, pointing to positive results already trickling in, hinged on the policies of his administration.
Mr. President has said it all. You can see the kind of reforms that are going on. And looking at what it is, even yesterday, I think the World Bank has projected that our growth will remain at 3.6%, and I believe that is to say that our reform is working.
One would have expected that we should have done more, especially in the areas of job creation, stimulating the economy to get in more foreign direct investment. I was reading a report recently which showed that in the last 6 years, we have had less foreign direct investment in Nigeria than we had in the previous 20 years of our democracy. Now, this should be worrying.
Some of the lawmakers and invited guests speak on the aspects of the president's address which caught their attention.
He recognized those who led the critical building blocks of our democracy, those who even paid the supreme price. Second, he also rolled out those of the advantages, the critical decisions he took to reform this country from the shackles of the past.
It's really, really very astonishing that they could remember all those great names, especially all the posthumous awards. I think it's really very presidential for him, and it shows the magnanimity of the person that we're talking about to truly, really use the presidential instrument as a means of reconciliation.
One remarkable thing he has done is that he has said those who were opposed to Humphrey Nwosu being honored and recognized for his contributions for conducting that election. So he's honoring him today with a national honor of Commander of Order of the Niger is the way to build a nation.
To be fair to him, he has touched some areas that has to do with security, even though as the last part of his speech, emphasizing that they are doing everything possible to make sure that each and every inch of Nigerian territory is being reclaimed back from the terrorists and other armed groups.
While the arguments for and against the rubber stamp allegations against this 10th Assembly continue, the second half of this administration could be the deciding factor, depending on the impact of this relationship between the legislative and executive arms of government. From the National Assembly, Terry Ikumi, Channels Television News.